Before we begin, I have a question. Why do humans spend so much time talking about other humans? Why are we fascinated by rumors, secrets, scandals, and reputations? And why does information about people seem almost impossible to ignore? Here's the strange part. What if I told you that gossip wasn't a flaw in human nature, but one of the reasons civilization exists at all? Let me tell you a story. Most people think gossip is a bad habit, something petty, something immature, something humanity should have outgrown long ago. After all, what could possibly be so important about talking about people who aren't even in the room? But for most of human history, gossip wasn't entertainment. It wasn't celebrity drama. It wasn't workplace rumors. It was survival. In fact, some scientists believe that without gossip, humans may never have learned to cooperate in large groups. And without large groups, there would be no cities, no nations, and no civilization. To understand why, we need to travel back to a time before governments, before writing, and before history itself. Historical story. Imagine you're standing beside a small campfire, somewhere in Africa, roughly 50,000 years ago. The sun has set. The hunt is over. Families gather around the fire after another exhausting day. Among them is a man who always seems to eat more than everyone else. Another regularly exaggerates his achievements. And another has become known as someone who always helps when help is needed. There are no police, no courts, no written records, no social media. Yet somehow, everyone in the tribe knows exactly who these people are. How? Because people talk. While gathering food, while walking long distances, while preparing meals. Stories travel from person to person. Who can be trusted? Who cannot? Who contributes? Who cheats? Who keeps their promises? And who breaks them? For these early humans, reputation wasn't just a social asset. It could determine whether others shared food with you, whether they helped you during a crisis, or whether they trusted you at all. And that's what made gossip so powerful. It allowed information to travel farther than direct experience ever could. You didn't need to personally witness someone stealing. You only needed to hear about it from someone you trusted. In many ways, gossip became humanity's first reputation system. Long before databases, long before written records, long before the internet. But here's the question. If gossip was so important, why don't other animals do it? After all, many animals live in groups. Many cooperate. Many form social bonds. So what made humans different? The answer lies in one of the most powerful abilities our species ever evolved. Language. Most animals learn through direct observation. If a chimpanzee wants to know whether another chimp can be trusted, it usually has to witness that behavior itself. Humans are different. We can learn from information, not just experience. Information. Think about that for a moment. You probably know things about people you've never met. You know historical figures, celebrities, politicians, athletes, friends of friends. Your brain constantly collects social information and uses it to make decisions. This ability may seem ordinary today, but from an evolutionary perspective, it was revolutionary. It meant humans could share knowledge rapidly. A warning about a dangerous person could spread through an entire group. A reputation for generosity could spread just as quickly. Anthropologists believe this helped humans cooperate on a scale that other species never achieved. Some researchers even estimate that a large portion of everyday conversation revolves around social information, not survival techniques, not weather, not hunting, people. And that makes sense. For our ancestors, knowing who could be trusted was often just as important as knowing where food could be found. Both could affect survival. Our brains evolved to pay attention to social information because social information mattered a lot.
Today, the world looks very different. We no longer live in tribes of 100 people. We live in cities filled with millions. And yet our ancient instincts remain remarkably unchanged. The same psychological systems that once tracked the behavior of tribe members now track celebrities, influencers, co-workers, and strangers online. A rumor that once traveled around a campfire can now travel around the world in minutes. A reputation that once spread through a village can now spread across an entire planet. Social media didn't create gossip. It supercharged it. Platforms are built around the thing human brains have
Always found irresistible. Information about other humans. The technology is new. The instinct is ancient. And that's why stories about people continue to dominate headlines, conversations, and social feeds. Our environment changed. Our brains largely didn't. It's easy to think of gossip as one of humanity's worst habits. And sometimes it can be. Rumors can hurt people. False information can spread quickly. Curiosity can become cruelty. But history reveals another side of the story. For thousands of generations, gossip helped humans build trust. It helped communities identify cheaters. It helped groups cooperate. And it helped strangers decide who was worthy of trust. In a world without laws, databases, or institutions, gossip acted as an invisible social network connecting entire communities together. So the next time you hear a rumor, a whispered conversation, or a story about someone you've never met, remember this. You're not witnessing a modern habit. You're witnessing an ancient survival tool, one that has traveled with us through tens of thousands of years of human history. Because maybe gossip isn't simply something humans do. Maybe it's one of the reasons humans became human in the first place. Maybe gossip isn't just a bad habit. Maybe it's an ancient survival tool we never forgot.